evoking emotion out of you. You're either a massive fan or he annoys the hell out of you. If he annoys the hell out of you, you're going to watch him because you hope he's going to get knocked out. If you're a fan, you're going to watch him because you want to see what he does. So therefore, that's why he's getting the numbers. That's why people want to see him.
Charlotte Daly with MailSport Boxing. I'm joined by Johnny Nelson. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you very much. I'm out here in East London. So I don't know if I'm going to need a passport to get out of this place with my Yorkshire accent, what we've got so far.
Well, tell us a bit about the gym before we get started.
I think the gym, to me, I think it's such a bright, smart idea to create a boxing club in such an area that needs something like that. Remember back in the day, there were youth clubs, there were clubs, there were community centres. There's nothing like that. Just because it's a boxing gym doesn't mean you've got a box. It's a place where it's creating community, where people can go in, people can train, people can keep fit, have a bit of pride in themselves. A place like this here in Stratford, they've got a high knife crime rate, there's problems, there's troubles. A boxing gym makes a massive difference where it's a leveller. I come from a gym like that in Sheffield where the gym, it redirected my life. It gave me purpose, I didn't want to box. But what I'm saying is a gym like this, the idea is to hopefully have something like these Duffy boxing gyms up and down the country in various cities and towns just to create that community feel again. And you never know, you might pull out the next Anthony Joshua, or you might just turn a young girl or a young boy into a better adult.
Yeah.
But the gyms they're so multifunctional. It's very important.
Funny you said about the next Anthony Joshua, because that's exactly what Spencer Oliver just said, that he's hoping that he finds the next Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, well, he's thinking commercially, I'm just thinking community-wise.
Yeah. Well, last time we did catch up was before Anthony Joshua's fight. You said exactly what you wanted to see from him, pure professionalism, and that is what he pulled out of the bag. Yeah. What did you make of that performance and that knockout?
That was a must. You saw, that's how it should have been. I think we all made the mistake what Tyson Fury did, which was underestimate Ngannou. Did respect him. And that's why Ngannou's performance against Tyson Fury looked so good. And then we saw Anthony Joshua see that, what the Anthony Joshua, when Tyson Fury underestimated Ngannou, and he was very professional about it, got in there, got the job done. That's what should have always happened. You can't play boxing. You know, it's not like tennis, not like table tennis, not like cricket. You cannot play boxing. And so if you're a novice, a second fight novice, coming in against a world-class fighter, that was always going to happen. You know, if I'm honest with you, I never expected Anthony Joshua to knock him out because I looked at the size of Ngannou. I thought, oh my God, this guy's a beast. But then AJ's timing, precision, perfection, you know, speed kills. And he did an amazing job.
And how important do you think Ben has been in all of this? Because obviously I know AJ's gone to a few different trainers and it feels like they've really clicked, and he's not just changed AJ, he's kind of brought back the basics and the good stuff he's always had.
I've never been a fan of fighters chopping and training changes all the time. It doesn't bode well with me, because I think you've got to create trust and familiarity between fighter and trainer. I think Ben Davison, I gave him stick. You know, I gave him stick, and I'll say that I gave him stick in regards to him getting the charge of Anthony Joshua, saying, why has this guy got this gig? You know, you've given a learner driver a Porsche, because what's he done? What's he done to qualify this gig? And then looking at Anthony Joshua's performance against Ngannou, it wasn't, so you looked at AJ, it wasn't about what he did to him physically, because physically Anthony Joshua has done what he's done. Mentally, you saw a guy that believed in himself, was mentally focused, was mentally put everything that he could do into action. Because with Anthony Joshua, it's frustration more than anything else. We saw when he boxed Franklin, it's like, is it, isn't it, is it? You wanted this guy to be sure about what he's capable of doing. So the fans get frustrated with AJ. And AJ, it might be an accumulation of how the fans have reacted to him when he's not performed to the best of his ability. So we've seen the bad side and the good side of fans. So it's broke his heart a little bit. So he's thinking, if I don't believe in me, you know, this is never going to stop. And Ben talked him into believing himself. Yeah. And so whatever Ben has said to him, whatever he's shown him, that worked.
Yeah. Another really good fight on the card was obviously Parker and Zhang. They do have a rematch clause. But do you think rematch clauses these days are kind of ruining boxing a little bit because of the fact that they're almost just inserted to make the original fight happen, not so much of the fact that this is the fight again that people will want to see.
Well, the rematch clause usually is if you're the champion and you're giving someone an opportunity to fight you, and it's a mandatory defence, not a voluntary. No, it's a voluntary defence, not mandatory. Then I don't know which way around it is, but you give them a rematch clause. I think, and so that was tied into the deal. And so you could do that. So yeah. So if it's a voluntary, you could pull that into the deal. So I'm assuming that's what happened there. So I think the rematch happening. You know what? Can lightning strike twice, or is it the fact that Joseph Parker is on a roll and he can do it again? It wasn't just luck. And so I haven't got a problem with the rematch clause. I ain't got a problem with that at all, because it stamps the authority and stamps the fact that, yeah, you're the better fighter. You wasn't luck. You pulled it off and you did a good job.
Yeah. Well, we've got another big weekend of boxing coming up over Easter. We've got Fabio Wardley, Fraser Clark. We also have Ben Whittaker on the undercard for that one.
I love Ben.
That was what I was going to ask, because I feel like he's Marmite. Some people love him, some people hate him. It's the showboating. What do you make of it?
Ben Whittaker has all the ingredients, because he's evoking emotion out of you. You're either a massive fan or he annoys the hell out of you. If he annoys the hell out of you, you're going to watch him because you hope he's going to get knocked out. If you're a fan, you're going to watch him because you want to see what he does. So therefore, that's why he's getting the numbers. That's why people want to see him.
Yeah.
So and you're listening to him thinking, who is this annoying kid?
Yeah.
But the thing is, he can back up the post. And regardless of how he portrays himself, this kid works really hard.
Yeah.
And he works really, really hard in the gym. So therefore, when he's out there showboating, pretending it's easy and it's no big deal, don't be fooled by that.
Yeah.
I think Fraser Clark against Fabio Wardley, another good fight on the bill. I'm looking forward to that one. I think we've got an experienced professional fighter against an experienced amateur, world-class experienced amateur. So it's a professional game, different from the amateur game. I remember I beat a lot of former Olympians as a professional, but I did nothing as an amateur. So this can be turned on its head.
Yeah.
The pressure is on Fraser Clark because Fraser's represented our country. Fabio Wardley's come in, he's got 17 fights unbeaten, and he's cocky, he's mouthy, he's confident. And so you've got two fighters that really believe they deserve to win. So I'm looking forward to
Bad
that.
blood.
Yeah.
To finish with then, with the next generation of kind of British boxers, it was a question that I did ask Fabio and Fraser and a few others. Who do you think is going to be the one flying the flag for British boxing?
In the heavyweights, or do you mean in any division?
Heavyweights.
In the heavyweights, I think now you're looking at these young guns coming through, like Fabio, right, like Fraser, and you've got to just see how they run through the weather, run through time, run through the pressures of our fight game.
Yeah.
And there are some good fighters coming through, but they've got to go through the test of time to see if they can manage it coming through.
Only time will tell. Well, thank you so much.